New Zealand is also one of the first countries to usher in the new year. In the world's southernmost capital city, Wellington, fireworks has been cancelled, but the sky will light up to welcome 2022. Restaurants and bars will be allowed to remove the crowd cap if vaccine pass is in place. And in Auckland, New Zealand's biggest city, residents are allowed to gather for the first time in 4 months. Look at that, as the city eases COVID restrictions, but live music and other entertainment would not be on due to the pandemic. Our Owen Poland has more now from Auckland.
This area of downtown Auckland is known as Party Central because thousands of people usually gather here to celebrate New Year's Eve and count down to midnight when a spectacular fireworks display lights up the city from the Sky Tower behind me. However, COVID-19 has put an end to the party and to the celebrations. After a 4-month lockdown, which started in August, Auckland is only just starting to emerge from restrictions which make it impossible to have uncontrolled outdoor gatherings, like New Year celebrations, which could become a super spreader event. The risk of infection has also led to the cancellation of several special events around the country, including some large music festivals and other public gatherings at popular seaside locations where people traditionally take their summer holidays at this time of the year. The good news is that New Zealand is one of the few nations in the world where people can still celebrate the new year without some of the new restrictions being imposed in other countries because of the Omicron variant. The secret to New Zealand's success in the fight against COVID has been the very strict border controls and high vaccination rates. With 92% of the eligible population now double vaccinated, New Zealand has one of the highest vaccination rates in the world, and so some restrictions are now being relaxed. Under New Zealand's new traffic light protection system, vaccinated people are allowed to celebrate in bars and restaurants, and that's provided much needed boost to Auckland's hospitality sector, which has been pretty much closed over the past 4 months. Of course, New Year's Eve is likely to be a time of reflection and sadness for the families of the 51 New Zealanders who have lost their lives to COVID since the pandemic began last year. But like many Western countries, most New Zealanders like to celebrate the new year with parties, music and drinking alcohol. However, the rules against large gatherings of people drinking in public places like this one means there's probably going to be less drunk and disorderly behaviour. So the police and emergency services should be able to enjoy a relatively quiet night. Owen Poland, CGTN, Auckland.